P.O.C. Stalking in helicopter, and the fake sun is over me. And engaging in surveillance regarding what I'm looking at on my phone. Pacing and alignment. Fake sun over me, stalking by helicopter. And he's documented group stalking very heavily with LAPD. He's going to federal prison. He's in the same parking lot in the middle of the afternoon while this fake son is in the same position. He's with Marie Front Salon. They're both going to federal prison. He's engaging in strategic placement while the demons are acting in sync. So the demons will fly over. He's in a building. He walks out, moves the vehicle, engineer light across the building. 6ZXK642, again, Marie Front Salon. And this is exactly what the entity is doing at Planet Fitness. Every license plate that I've documented, they're going to be prosecuted as terrorists. They're engaging in the identical pattern of conduct. There's no sunrise through my living room window. There's no sunshine that's going to hit on the building. 8RUL397, this is a psychopath, and this mindset is threatening your life. That's P.O.C. That's a threat while monitoring with LAPD. He's going to federal prison. So is Marie Front Salon. Engineer light moves all across the building. And then waving hi to. That's exactly what universal waste engages in. It's not the product of sunlight. And these are demons who are sitting around looking at what I'm examining on my phone, and they engage in this lawlessness. These demons, these psychopaths, exhibit the threat that's animating demons such as Dominic Choi, demons that are stalking in helicopters, demons that have access to armored vehicles, demons that are a part of the sheriff's department, demons that are group stalking bearing weapons, stalking and flying over my head in helicopters because they're hostile to what they know I'm documenting on my phone. That's what that whole scene was right now. A whole bunch of psychopaths who are exhibiting hostility while they're group stalking. This is engineer light appearing behind. This is not sunlight. That's a demon stalking in the path. The whole property is going to be prosecuted. All right, while their building is covered all day long with engineer light, and I go to the gym and you've got the sunrise at 6:03 in the morning in alignment with vehicles in the parking lot. You can see it all over the bodies of the vehicles. It's not through my living room window. It's right over in that parking lot while demons are stalking in the path, just like they are right now, okay? Everybody that you just saw is going to federal prison. That whole property, Silverview Townhomes, they represent the same entity. When I go to Planet Fitness, that's exactly what they're engaging in, and they're doing it with the demons that are providing evidence against them in the demonic environment, and they're all demon possessed. So I just want to speak to, you will see in the evidence, the timestamps of the screenshots as I'm capturing, so that you can see both the demonic pacing of the people and the ongoing maintenance of the elements of monitoring, while the crime scene is the unnatural environment that surrounds me at an entirely different location. And I'm also showing you what is not seen through the living room blinds of my apartment here at Alvarado Gardens, facing this hillside. And you're looking at the light activity that the people of the state, the same people of the state, these same demons, the same lawlessness in concert with the demons stalking a helicopter. That's what I documented at Planet Fitness. And I'm going to drain the pockets dry of Planet Fitness, because this terrorism is what they're engaging in. This life-threatening conduct, that same entity, that demon-possessed entity, broke into my car, engaged in kidnapping. We're group stalking on this day in 2022, where I'm showing the light source that's never over Alvarado Gardens. That's what I'm capturing, while they're providing ongoing evidence regarding the terrorism that they're not only engaging in against American citizens in this country, which is what I'm pointing to, they're doing it in other countries. So if there is question regarding what the United States actually represents and what they're actually doing across the border, across seas, they're terrorizing other countries. And I know it firsthand because I'm an American citizen, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're terrorizing me as an American citizen. And while you expose that, they engage in the terrorism that you just saw, as though they're going to drop a bomb on me and fly right over my head. They engage in ongoing terrorism, showing the psychopaths, the delusional and deranged psychopaths that they are, flying in circles in helicopters, like they're aiming weapons, like they're going to engage in some sort of attack. This is what they're doing 24/7 while they are engaging in surveillance. That psychopath's going to federal prison. That's a threat to your life. And they do this with openly. You're not exercising any freedoms. This is demonic activity, and it's terrorism by a mentally deranged population. And I'm going to prosecute the whole population. You're witnessing it. P.O.C. All right. I want to be clear. It's currently 9:37 in the morning. This is the light source that's remaining over me. Remember, I went to the DMV on June 5th, 2022. I am driving up Clifford at the same exact time, and I'm arriving at the entrance where you see these demons, Marie Front Salon and the African-American driving the blue Explorer, and the LAPD who are group stalking in helicopter, and they're providing evidence against the demons that are the Glendale police, speaking to what is the unnatural environment, and that which I'm also showing while I am at the Planet Fitness. This is a whole body of evidence. The so-called sunrise that's now visible, documented at Planet Fitness through the windows of that Planet Fitness gym, engineered light while they're pacing inside of the gym, stalking me while I'm getting on machines, moving all around in the same way that they're doing now. This criminal system is occurring in the gym. This criminal system is occurring on the freeway. This criminal system is occurring at the DMV. Remember, I'm not even here. I'm arriving here at the entrance at 9:36 in the back of an Uber, a third-party group stalker whose corporate corporate headquarters is in the state of California, which is a criminal engaging in what is federal group stalking. I'm going to drain the pockets of Uber while I am documenting their criminal engagement in concert with the state, while a light source that's not possibly the sun is over me in the backseat of that Uber that's as it's driving up Clifford, and is at no point at this location at the beginning of this video where there's it's impossible that the sun would be over me while I'm on the freeway getting off, driving on Glendale, driving up Clifford, then driving down Alvarado, and that you're seeing again demons that are stalking a helicopter. And this whole show is because they're engaging in surveillance on the venue of the internet. And the demon possessed, the psychopaths that they are, they go berserk, which is a threat to your life. That you're subject to that obsession, to that stalking conduct. Stalking is born of obsession. This is inspired by what is demon possession. And then you're talking about the government that seeks to obstruct justice. And let me be clear, Speaker Companies is in the shoes of the state, not a legitimate company, and I'm going to prosecute. Speaker Companies is not going to exist based on the criminal conduct that they are engaged in, and they are facilitating both in relevant position in the shoes of the state and on the venue of the internet. And they're doing so under the guise of an illegitimate company. And they're all witnessing me expose them. That's the reality, and that's revealing the mental instability that coexists with engaging in group stalking. It is demonic activity. This is occurring in the workplace, and don't forget the so-called sunrise that I documented at Mercy House, for example, in Ontario, California, 435 South Bonneview, where you're looking at the sunrise through the windows of the Planet Fitness at Washington and Central, and yet I'm showing you what is stalking by commercial airline planes, all right, and doing so while the entity is maintaining that light source as I'm documenting a sunrise. I believe this is March 13th, March 14th, 2022. This is already on the record, but I'm also documenting it at the Ontario Museum. I'm showing how is there a sun outside of the window of the vehicle that's parked outside of 630 North Fern Avenue at 7 in the morning, and it's still there as I documented yesterday, 9:54. Don't forget about that. This isn't going to be seen outside of the window over 630 North Fern Avenue. That's the ongoing context regarding what I documented at a facilitating venue, Planet Fitness, where the government violates your personal property, breaks into your personal property because you're documenting them, because you're on to what they're doing. That's the government doing that. And the third party that does it in the shoes of the state, they're together group stalking you, they go to federal prison for that. That's what I just gathered, corroborating evidence regarding Planet Fitness and that entire plaza, including AutoZone, the deepest pockets. I'm going to drain those pockets while they are engaging in documented P.O.C., just like you saw here right now. While they're all aware of what I'm doing on a phone. Those are the sex offenders. Those are engaging in surveillance on the venue of the internet. Independent bases, by the way, for federal prison. That's what Planet Fitness is going to be prosecuted for, federal stalking. Like every other third party, you're not only going to be prosecuted for terrorism, a group stalking with the state, you're going to be prosecuted for surveillance on the venue of the internet. By the way, that's an independent basis of federal prison. All right, take it up with the feds. It is currently 9:41 a.m. This is helicopter activity, audible sound of helicopter activity under a fake sun is P.O.C., which is why a property that lives in relevant position, they all go to federal prison for that. All the entity does is maintain an ongoing chorus of audible activity while the fake sun and engineer light remains 24/7, which is an inherently sexually violent aspect of the P.O.C. Because they're doing it while you're nude, they're doing it while you're engaged in any private activity, while they are all engaged in corporate invasion of privacy and surveillance on communication devices. That's the evidence that the state just provided while they just engaged in what is acting out while the demons are witnessing their exposure. That's literally the substance of what they provided. And I'm going to prosecute who's going to have a federal prison for it, Heather Till and everybody else at the corporate office, witnessing me expose them while they're monitoring as well. P.O.C.